Hello. Hello, how are you? Hello, hello. How are you guys doing? I couldn't have a live for us last week because I lost my voice. That was annoying, but it came back, so. Oh, thank you. Hello. What are you guys up to today? Today is Friday. Do you guys have any plans for later on today? It's only 12:36 p.m. here, Eastern Standard Time. I'll be reading your questions on my phone, so if you see me look down, that's what I'm doing. Okay. I need to manifest food too. Actually, I'm too good at manifesting food. Like, I will think of something from a restaurant that I want, and either a friend will go invite me to like lunch at that restaurant, or they'll get that specific thing that I'm craving and then bring it to my house, or that we'll go out. So if you want to start manifesting something, start manifesting food. Okay, so if you guys read the title, I want to talk to you guys about how a lot of people just overcomplicate manifestation when it really should not be this complicated. Like, I feel like people stress themselves out, they lose sleep because they keep trying technique after technique after technique, they're not seeing results, they're hopping from coach to coach to coach, and it should not be this hard. It should not be this difficult. I know I've been doing this for a long time, but in retrospect, if I would have just done the simplest things, I would have manifested way much more faster, better, rather than do 100 techniques at once. Um, yeah, I feel like, and this is something I've been getting a lot with clients, like within the last month or so. It's a lot of, I'm watching 10, 15 coaches and nothing's working. I'm in 15 Facebook groups, but no one's helping me. The thing is, people think that the more you do, the more you will manifest and the faster you will manifest. This is not the case. Hello, everyone who's coming in now. This is not the case all the time, and the reason why you're stressing yourself out is because you won't let it go. I I saw this quote. I think it's by Esther Hicks, where they said, "The more you relax, the more you receive." And for some reason, when I read that quote, to me it resonated so much because I'm someone that you guys know I'm a very neutral type of person. Not so much in the beginning when I started manifesting. I was always so on top of looking for my manifestation. I would drive myself insane. But when I read that quote, the more I relax, the more I receive, I started to um, almost like backpedal on the things that I would manifest that I didn't care about. And what were my feelings then? How was I feeling when I got something that I didn't care about? What was I doing? What was I thinking? And it really is that simple. The reason why I manifest the things I don't care about is because I don't care. You release that resistance. of the thing you are trying to manifest. You remove it off the pedestal and you allow it to come easily and flow to you much faster. You insinuate to your subconscious that you don't have it. The more you stress over it, the more you question where is it, the more you waver and doubt in your manifestation. Because if you had something, you wouldn't be doing all the things that you're doing to try to manifest. Take, for instance, like a painting in your house or something you've had literally for years. How do you feel about that specific thing in your house? You walk past by it every single day and you don't even think twice about it. That's exactly how you should be with your manifestation. Now, I know I said previously in other videos that you can think about your manifestation all day long and still manifest, but that only works if when you think about your manifestation is from a favorable outcome. Most people, they cannot think of their manifestation without doubting, without wavering, without wondering where it is, um, and without questioning. That's why it's not the first technique that I recommend people, because 9 times out of 10 people don't do it right. So I'm always so for setting it and forgetting it to manifest. At least the first couple times until you see that you're doing it on purpose. And then the more you get the hang of it, you start to apply that to other things that you do want. And you can kind of like see how you were feeling, how you were doing that way, and you apply it to the things that you really, really do want. But that's honestly what you have to do is release the resistance. Also, I want to talk about the embodying the person that has the manifestation. I spoke about how you would act every day if you had the thing already in your possession. It would be normal to you. You wouldn't be phased if the 3D showed you something that was unfavorable. You wouldn't bat an eye if something was taken away from you and it made it seem like you were losing your manifestation. Whenever I'm in a situation when I'm manifesting something, let's say finances, I always use money because it's what everyone can relate to. Let's say I'm trying to manifest a large sum of money, or actually, let's start with like $1,000. In the process of me trying to manifest this $1,000, every single day that I wake up and I see my bank account without those $1,000, my job is to remain unfazed. Why? Why do we remain unfazed? Because you go into your subconscious mind, you go into your imagination, and you see the version of you with that money in your bank account. If you were to have that money in your bank account right now, what is that version of you doing? Versus what is that version of you right now doing? It's kind of two different people. One is doubting, one is wavering, the other is calm, it's careless about the fact that money is in your bank account. Like, yeah, it's money in my bank account, there's no big deal. um, but people do get caught up in situations in the 3D when they see something unfavorable or something unfavorable happens. So let's say you start to affirm for that $1,000 and you get bills in the mail, or you get situations where you have to spend money. This should not be enough to move you from the desired outcome that you are wanting to manifest. And I feel like I say this so much, and people say they understand, but truly, people do not understand. Because when it happens to you in real life, you're so quick to doubt your everything you've been doing. You're so quick to just throw it all away. I hope that makes sense. Like, people will, like, I will coach people, and like I tell them, don't react too much to the 3D, because the more you react, it insinuates that you are accepting the thing that you do not want. You are giving it more opportunities for it to show up in your real life the more you react. Reacting means accepting. I would not be reacting if I knew that my outcome was inevitable. If I knew that this was not permanent, I would not be reacting whatsoever. But people get so caught up in the 3D. They get so caught up in fear. They get so caught up in the things that is in their face that they just throw away everything that they've been doing. And this has been bugging me because people will tell me that they understand what I'm saying. People understand that when these situations happen, they know exactly what to do, but they're the first ones to do the exact opposite. Now, I'm not here to judge you if you are someone that does this, but I do want to say that you should aim towards minimizing the amount of times you are doing this. Because I always tell people it doesn't matter if you waver, it doesn't matter if you doubt, it doesn't matter if you um, question where your manifestation is. Sometimes, if you're majority of the time doing what you're supposed to be doing, those things that you do throughout the day, like doubting here and there one or twice a day, it doesn't really matter because you're majority of the time you're thinking from the outcome, from a favorable outcome, and your manifestation will still manifest because your mind's job is to give you the thing that you focus on the most. And if the thing that you focus on the most is the thing that you do not want, what do you think you're going to manifest? The thing that you don't want, because that's what you're focusing on the most. I hope that was easy enough to understand. Um, but yeah, people love to overcomplicate manifestation. It should not be this hard. It should just be I intend for blah blah blah. And then visualize from the point of view of you having that thing and then dropping it and then going about your day. And you just do that a couple times a day until you manifest. It's like when you bake a cake. Do you make a cake and then put it in the oven and then 5 minutes later open up the oven and then complain that it's not ready? No, the cake is just not ready. You're not going to get upset that it's not done in 5 minutes because you literally just put it in. It's the same thing in the 3D. You cannot get upset when you affirm for something and you don't see things happen. That's another thing. People get upset when they don't see things happening so instantly and so quickly for them. But sometimes things just have to take its course for it to get to you in the best possible way. Hello. Okay, I'm going to start reading your questions from top to bottom. So I'm not ignoring you, I'm just going in the order that I'm getting them. Can I listen to affirmations recorded in my voice help me manifest what I want? Yes, I've done that actually, and I've had good results. And I've noticed that I've still gotten my manifestation with recordings. So, yes, it's possible. Hello. What is your fave technique and what does your process currently look like? My personal technique that I use is affirm and visualize. I don't script often, but when I do, it's normally like a couple sentences of a situation or event that has already happened. Like I'll write it in past tense. But normally, if I'm trying to manifest something, I will go with the I intend or I'm so happy that blah 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 blah. And some of the visualizations that go along with that would be me somewhere like probably like a 10-second clip that I make up in my mind of me interacting with my manifestation. So say it's like I'll use an example like from a post that I made yesterday, like trying to manifest a new car. If I was trying to manifest a new car, I would say I intend to receive, and then the full name of the car. And then after I did that, I would visualize a scene of me having the car parked in my driveway, going to go get coffee or picking up a friend, going to the movies, and all that takes like about 10 seconds. And then I'll just let it go. And typically, what starts to happen is after like about a couple days, or even the same day, I'll start to see birds before land. I'll see people driving that car. I'll be online. I'll see people reviewing the car, doing car tours. I'll see like ads pop up on my phone for that car. Yeah. I listen to my voice telling me myself, me, my manifestation, and I only see movement in my self concept. Why is that? You listen to your voice and only see movement in my self concept. It could be that you've already established a belief that when you hear your voice, it only affects your self concept. So maybe try to affirm for a little bit until you move past that, and then go back to listening to voice recordings and see how that goes for you. I feel bad when I say I don't care, almost as if I'm cursing. No, when you don't care, it's the best place to be because you're telling the universe, your subconscious, whatever you want to call source, that you already have it. So saying that you don't care basically allows hundreds of doors to open in possibly ways that you cannot imagine for it to come to you the fastest. Does set and forget it mean not affirm during the day? Um, kind of. When I say set it and forget it, like I'll do my affirmations, I'll do my visualizations, always in the morning. 100% every single morning when I wake up, I will do my affirmations and my visualizations. Then I'll do whatever errands I have to run, do client work, and then possibly like around lunchtime, I will think about my manifestation or something around my manifestation will pop up in my head, and that's like hours in between. When the thought pops up in my head, I just casually affirm again and do a visualization, and then that's it. I drop it, and I go on again with my day, and then I just repeat the process. And that probably happens to me like about 3, 4 times a day. I don't really control when it pops up in my head. It just randomly does. When I have like a lot of idle time, when I'm like washing hat with my hands or when I'm washing dishes, I'll have those thoughts just come to me, and then I'll take that time to affirm. Been feeling a bit paranoid about things from my past, and it's coming back to ruin my life later on. Can you please tell me how to calm down this paranoia? So my biggest advice would be take away the thing that's giving it so much power, and that is your attention. Take away the attention from these things and start focusing on the things that you do want to manifest. So these things can start dissipating out of your life. The reason why we get constant things that we don't want when we notice them is because we keep noticing them. What can you do to overcome a discomfort in their life? My first initial thing I would do for anything that's uncomfortable in your life would be to make an affirmation that insinuates the opposite, and then make a visualization of you experiencing the opposite thing. And you just keep rinsing and repeating that same manifestation in your thoughts, affirming and visualizing until it happens. What if your account is going negative? That's the hard part, I think. You know, I so the 3D will do things like that. It'll make situations that you think that you have to do something in order for things to start going right, like a negative bank account. But it's in the times that you see these things happen. Your car can get towed, your bank account can get on negative, you can have vet bills, that you have to start affirming the most. And I know that's the last thing people want to do when they are experiencing these real life situations. But understand that the reason why you're in those situations in the first place is because you had the thoughts that are now playing out now in your reality. Maybe it wasn't specifically that you're afraid that your account's going to be negative, but you may have like a scarcity mindset when it comes to money that is now playing out, or you have fear of you losing money that now has to play out. That happened because you had a thought previously that is now playing out. So, what do you think will happen when you start to manifest or intend or affirm for a better situation in the current state of negativity that you're experiencing? In the middle of you having a 3D situation that you don't like, it's important to stop and affirm the opposite, because now you're teaching your subconscious and your mind that whenever we get into situations like this, our mind's job is to go to best case scenario. And at first it's a little challenging, it's a little difficult because it's not something that you're used to, but the more you keep doing it, the easier it starts to become. And so you start to notice that you won't have as many bad days, and you start to notice your manifestation starts to come in easier and easier and easier. Hello. Should I affirm all day? And what if I feel guilty that I'm taking someone else's desire? You don't have to affirm all day. I definitely don't. I'm someone that affirming all day will get me exhausted, and sometimes I don't even have time to affirm all day because I'm helping you guys. You guys, some of my clients that are coming to me and wanting assistance with me with coaching. Um, Affirming all day is not productive for me, or sometimes it's not feasible. So I don't affirm all day and I still get my manifestation. So I wouldn't recommend affirming all day. If you don't want to, just affirm casually. Because I'll tell you this, a situation in your life that you don't like, that has happened to you, think about it. Were you thinking all day about that negative situation? You probably thought about those negative things on and off very casually. Like you would think about it and then you would let it go, and then you think about it and let it go. But the reason why it happened is because you persisted in that negative situation that now played out in your life. And it wasn't something that you took time out of your day to affirm. It was just naturally occurring when that thought popped up in your mind, and you still manifested it. So the same thing happens when you want to manifest something good in your life. What if I feel guilty that I'm taking someone else's manifestation? My thing is, there's infinite realities. So that person has that manifestation somewhere else. In your reality, you get to have the thing that you want. I don't feel guilty whatsoever, if I'm being honest, because in so many realities, that person is experiencing whatever it is that they want in their reality. What about seeing birds before land and then you manifest the opposite? It means that you have to persist. Typically, when I see the opposite, when I'm trying to manifest something, it means I have to persist. My mind is purging out the old thoughts to see if I really do want the new affirmation that I'm starting to install, and I just keep persisting. And then once you persist, you'll start to see the breakthroughs happen. I tried to manifest winning a car, and I listened to my affirmations all day and didn't win. I believed fully what went wrong. Okay, so the first thing is you could very much still win a car. Don't make it mean that because you didn't win from that specific competition or sweepstakes that you're not gonna win. Um, because then you just rule out any other possibility that could have happened for you. Who knows? Maybe you being acknowledged or being notified that the possibility of winning a car through a sweepstakes is a thing that then gets you to, I don't know, find somewhere else that does sweepstakes. And it's like it could be leading you somewhere else to get a car somewhere else, but because you kind of shut it down completely, you lose that opportunity. So don't make it mean that you're not going to win a car. I would say just keep persisting. When you don't get your manifestation, when you've been trying to manifest it for when you want it in a certain time period, People go wrong by immediately thinking they're not getting whatever it is that they've been affirming for when it doesn't happen within that time frame. I want you to take that out of your mind. That does not mean that you're not getting your manifestations. I've affirmed for things that literally have walked right in front of me and it wasn't for me. The exact manifestation that I wanted has passed right by my face and it wasn't for me that same day. Come to find out, I manifested it. It came a couple days later. What was it that specifically it was? It was, um, oh, I was doing this um, with some concert tickets. Now, this person that I get concert tickets from, um, he's pretty like good with getting concerts, especially in certain areas or sections of the place that you want to go in the concerts. When he came around, because I know this person, when he came around, I I thought that he was coming directly to me to give me these tickets that I was talking to him about. But what happened was him and I know this one person, and I'm friends with the other person that also wanted to go to the same concert as me. Now, this person had offered my friend who gets the tickets more money, and so he gave that concert ticket to my friend. Now, I could have easily just went to worst case scenario. I'm not going. They're not gonna come back to Miami. I'm not gonna see them again, and just like never gotten my manifestation. Lo and behold, my friend who got those concert tickets wasn't able to go. He was not able to go, and because I did not drop my manifestation when that ticket did not go to me, I still ended up manifesting that ticket. So, situations like that, it's important to continue to persist when you don't get exactly what you want when you want it. Hello. I manifest to. Yeah. Um, Sometimes life does feel like a fever dream in a sense for me because I know that I'm in control of everything that I get and don't get. It almost feels like I'm floating through life. Um, but I don't know. It's a like powerful feeling to have knowing that you can have anything you want and not have to struggle so much like people thought you were put here to do. But I know what you mean. It kind of seems like a dream. I applied for a job application, but the results will come out in January. I am doing my information, but I can't send the writing process. Any tips? I would say find something in the meantime to keep your mind off of it because you know that the version of you who has that job that you applied for is not worried. The version of you who got picked and hired for that job that you want is what would you be doing on your day off? For example, because you have this job, you'd be doing something relaxing for yourself. You would be um, going out, watching movies, Netflix, just all around you. You're just neutral about the situation. That's exactly who you have to live right now. That person, become that person right now, and inevitably, you'll have your manifestation. I've been manifesting for my SP since few days, and I could see some movement here and there, but I feel like giving up now for some reason. Definitely, I would say, please, whenever it comes to manifesting an SP, make sure that you're putting a lot of the attention on yourself, and you're not making it so much about them. Um, this world is a mirror, and the more we put attention onto ourselves and the more we cater more and be selfish for ourselves, the more the 3D will have to duplicate that reality. So when you start putting attention onto yourself, the SP now starts putting attention onto you. Things start coming to you because you're all about yourself. You're all about you and what you're doing, what's going on in your world. So you start to see things like that play out in your 3D. This is very random, but is anyone here a fan of horror movies? I'm gonna go see a horror movie today, and I'm excited because I don't get scared. I don't get scared. I want to get scared. Okay, where was I? A lot of people have been against me and my SP being in a relationship. I'm intending for us to get back together. How can I affirm for people around us to be supportive? Just like that, you can affirm people around me and my SP are extremely supportive. They love seeing us in a relationship together. They support us. They want nothing but the best for us. Every time we are around these people, they show us more and more love. And you just persist in that. Persist in saying the new story. Do not give attention to the things that you don't want. Don't care about what they're saying. Don't even waste your time guessing what they're thinking when you are around them. Doesn't matter. That does not matter. You can change the story right now by affirming something different. Is it ever appropriate to revise or should you just keep persisting? Um, for that, it's just personal preference. Me personally, I don't revise because I don't know, I don't care to. I rather just persist in a new reality than change what has already happened. But that ultimately be up to you, which one you pick. I've been manifesting clear skin and it was working out, but suddenly my skin started going bad again. And to be honest, I've been devastated by the 3D. I noticed it in Aquarius Spiral. Anyhow, I would say just keep persisting. I know it's maybe not what you want to hear, but um, if it has been working for you when you first started it, possibly you could be purging. I know skin does purge when you start using products that are newer. Um, but keep persisting, keep using what you've been using, and be open to anything else that could possibly help you. Be open to maybe medicinal remedies that someone may recommend you. Um, and then when you look in the mirror and it's not exactly what you want to see, I want you to picture yourself with clear skin, regardless of what the mirror is showing you, because you create from the mental state. It does not work, it will not work out for you to start reacting to something you don't want because that perpetuates you getting more of what you don't want. My family thinks I'm obsessed with manifestation and I get nervous about them seeing or hearing or knowing that I'm going to manifest something. What should I do? I would say, okay, my personal answer would be I would not care what they think. I would not care. I am like the black sheep of my family. So my family already knows that I would not bat an eye for a comment like that. But if you're not someone that can have that attitude, I would say maybe don't tell them. Keep things to yourself. Don't tell people your manifestations because they will try to talk you out of it. Um, it's your reality. You get to choose and pick what you want to do and live as, and they have no say in it. Keep it to yourself for now, and then the more things you start to accumulate, the more possibly, if you want to in the future, show them that manifestation is real. But I personally wouldn't worry so much what they think. You're welcome. Carrie, 1975. Oh, I saw that one. I saw also the one with like the updated one. What's her name? She's the girl from Badass. Won't horror movies manifest negative things into reality? Not me necessarily. I'm not someone that dwells on like things I see on TV. And also, I'm not easily scared. So, I don't know. I find horror movies funny. You're welcome. I've been doing affirmations for more money, and now people are giving me candy and sweets. It's nice, but I'd like money too. My thing will be is continue to persist in the reality of more money coming to you. Candy is nice, but maybe try visualization. See you actually counting the money people are giving you. I had this one manifestation where I literally counted out in hundreds for $1,000, and it happened. I won it from a slot machine. Um, yeah, I manifested 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, all the way to 1,000. I would play that visualization in my mind a couple times a day, and I ended up winning $1,000. I didn't have to work for it. The important thing is, I feel like with any manifestation is overall, the biggest thing we should be aiming towards is embodying the state of the person who has our desire. If you don't know what to do when you are manifesting or you are affirming, stop and ask yourself, what would the version of me do, say, feel that has my manifestation? What are they doing? What are they feeling? How are they acting? How would they be acting on a daily basis? If I'm trying to manifest an SP, how would the version of me who has the SP be acting on a daily basis? Would you frantically be checking your phone for a text message? Probably not, because they're already yours, and you know that you get to come home to them every single night, or you get to see them anytime you want. So it feels normal. It feels like a coworker. They feel like someone you can see anytime you want. You have an amazing relationship with them, and it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like you have to grasp to every little ounce of attention that they give you, because you don't know when the next attention up from them is going to come from. It feels very neutral. At least for me, it does. And you do the same thing when it comes to any other manifestation, and you persist in that until it happens. You persist in that until it happens, and this is how manifestation works. Apply this to any other manifestation, and you'll have what you want. Do not overcomplicate this. It should not be this hard. It was never meant to be so difficult. How do you get to the knowing that manifesting even works for all things? Struggling, believing in the law. For me, my experience comes from testing the law. Testing it on everything, proving myself wrong, well, my logic mind wrong, that it does work. And it's just a continuation of trying to prove myself until my logic mind has to logically think that this is me doing it. And that it just comes with persistence. I'm losing interest in my SP in the sense that when I visualize moving to new states and being with him, it doesn't have that magic feeling anymore. I still want it, but it's a chore to visualize. If it starts to become a chore, I would say maybe take a break from it and just affirm. Visualize when you feel like it or when you genuinely do want to. Don't make it seem like it's a chore. Other than that, I feel like when you lose interest in your SP, you're getting to the neutral state, which is a good thing because it means that you're not so anxious about the results. And the version of you that has your SP and that's in the US with them is experiencing just that neutral state of, yeah, you're happy together, but it's not something that you're overly emotional about, if that makes sense. um but yeah, I hope you guys liked this live. I hope I was informative for you and you can take what I said and apply it and understand that manifestation really should be super, super easy. Um, and that I can give you guys hope and that you can have whatever it is that you want. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this live. If you have any videos you want me to make in the future, please leave them in my comments on this video or leave them on my last video. I will read them and I will try to accommodate. But yeah, I want you guys to have an amazing day. Don't let the 3D get to you. Persist. And you're the creator. It's your story. You write it however you want. All right, guys. Have a good day. Happy manifesting.